The 1974 Holden LH Torana in Mandarin Red is one of those machines that instantly grabs attention and refuses to be forgotten. The LH Torana was a true turning point in Holden's lineup, marking the first completely homegrown Torana design, and by 1974, it had evolved into something much more aggressive, much more versatile, and ultimately a performance icon that could stand toe-to-toe with anything else on the road at the time. The one we are looking at today, presented in that deep, radiant Mandarin Red, doesn't just represent a car, it represents a story of Australian automotive pride, of Holden's racing heritage, and of a machine that was built to push boundaries and dominate both on the streets and on the tracks. The 1974 LH Torana offered a wide variety of trims and powerplants, from everyday four-cylinder commuters all the way to the sixes and then the brutal V8 monsters like the SL R5000, which took the fight directly to Ford's Falcon GTs. The beauty of the LH series was the flexibility, giving enthusiasts and families alike options that matched their lifestyle, but when painted in Mandarin Red and equipped with the more aggressive packages, it became an instant showstopper. That shade of red caught the sunlight in a way that highlighted every curve, every crease in the bodywork, giving it a bold stance that shouted muscle without even starting the engine. The clean yet muscular lines of the LH were sharper and more squared off compared to its predecessors, giving it a tougher, more confident look that truly set the stage for Holden's racing legacy throughout the 70s. Under the hood, Holden offered everything from a 1.9-liter 4 to the 3.3 straight 6 and up to the 5.0-liter V8 that transformed the car into an absolute beast. The SL R5000 variant in particular, powered by the 308 cubic inch Holden V8, was a legend in its own right, with a sound that could shake the streets and performance that made it one of the most respected Australian muscle cars of the decade. When paired with the Torana's relatively light weight, this meant blistering acceleration, sharp handling for the time, and an overall driving experience that felt more race car than family sedan. The connection to the road was raw, unfiltered, and incredibly rewarding for drivers who craved performance over comfort. Inside, the LH Torana was simple yet functional. You didn't get luxury refinements, but you did get a driver-focused cockpit, with clear gauges, firm supportive seats, and a layout that gave you the feeling of being in control. Every switch and every dial had a purpose. In Mandarin Red, especially with some black striping or SLR badging, the interior took on an even more aggressive character, making it feel like a true driver's machine built for serious enthusiasts. It wasn't about flash, it was about function, speed, and style that matched the car's muscle personality. On the racing side of history, the LH Torana cemented itself in the annals of motorsport, especially in the hands of the Holden dealer team and legendary drivers like Peter Brock. The Torana became a Bathurst weapon, dominating Mount Panorama and leaving behind a legacy of victories that still resonate with fans today. Those wins weren't just about speed, they were about durability, consistency, and the engineering genius that went into making the LH a car capable of handling grueling races and still coming out on top. That heritage is what makes the LH Torana not just a collector's item but a true symbol of Australian racing culture. Fast forward to today, and the 1974 Holden LH Torana in Mandarin Red has become a dream for collectors, restorers, and enthusiasts around the globe. Values are climbing, and demand for clean, original examples has never been higher. The striking Mandarin Red finish adds even more desirability because it captures the essence of the 70s muscle era, a time when bold colors and bold performance went hand in hand. Whether sitting at a car meet, cruising down the highway, or roaring down a drag strip, this Torana commands respect from every angle. Driving one today is like stepping into a time capsule. There are no electronic aids, no computerized safety nets, just raw mechanical connection between the driver, the car, and the asphalt. The roar of the V8 or the punch of the 6, combined with the unique styling, makes you appreciate what Holden created at a time when cars had character, soul, and presence. The LH Torana is more than just transportation, it's a piece of art, a slice of racing history, and a statement of identity for Holden and for all car lovers who understand what true muscle means. That's why the 1974 Holden LH Torana Mandarin Red remains one of the most respected, most celebrated, and most admired Australian muscle cars ever built. It's a machine that deserves its place in the spotlight, and here at Auto Upgrade Nation, we celebrate legends like this that continue to inspire generations of gearheads across the world.